Hi, Cancer. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for your patience. Okay, now first of all, your cards literally flew out, every single one of them. Okay, so I already knew that something was up with this reading because I could just feel when I got down, I got the cards, I got my stuff ready. I just started to feel like I could just feel something, like something was brewing, right? So I think you're on the verge of something here for some of you, right? I think the storyline can go a few different ways here, but once bitten, twice shy, right? Remember that. It's just a rule to follow once you've been down that path, right? But for others of you, remember that. You know what I mean? Because I think you may consistently walk into for some of you, you may just be attracted to the wrong kind of people. You know what I mean? Like you're just attracted to a certain, like the bad boy type or the bad girl type or whatever type that is. I don't even know how to say it, but we all know sometimes when we're like, oh, this is going to leave a mark, but you run right into the train wreck anyway, right? So it's just be cautious of those things. Be cautious of them. Don't let them paralyze your life though, right? Because I think that dynamic could be split here. For some of you, I think you're really going to step right into opportunities that are sitting here right in front of you. But you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to step outside there. You're going to have to, get attention for the right reasons, though, right? For some of you, I think that, again, and don't take offense, because we all have things that we do, right? But sometimes we don't realize that under the surface, how we learned to do something or our patterns, we're not even aware of it until we are, right? So for some of you, I think that there may be some kind of, there's some kind of manipulation here, like where you may not realize you do it, or you may not realize that you let people do it to you, right? So it's just, I think there's a catch-22 here. Let's go through the cards and I'll tell you what I've got. And you can decide if any of this relates to you. But like I say, when the cards all fly out like that, it's kind of saying they need to hear this and they need to hear it loud and clear. So I'm going to do my best, okay? So coming in, we've got the 3 of coins. Okay. And again, I think there's new relationships coming in, new one-on-one relationships coming in. I think there's new opportunities here coming in for you. For some of you, I think you're getting out of marriages or out of some kind of contract where, maybe you're a freelancer, something, and you're owed money, or there's a money exchange like that. But I think you're happy with how that goes. So for some of you, I think too, because this is general, I can't tell what kind of relationship it is, but it may be the ending of a marriage, the ending of a contract of work, but you're stepping into something else, or you're being advised to do that, okay? Now, in the past, this is where I've got some messages for you, okay? And you're going to have to hear me out because they're your messages. So we've got the Queen of Coins and the Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay, this is, for some of you, going to go, I can't hit this in a general reading, but I'm going to tell you the scenarios that I feel are playing out here. Okay, and I feel that that's in the past, but I think that it can hold you up. Like you're like, hell no, I am not going to even put my toe back in that water, right? It can be something like that. Like I say, once bitten, twice shy is one thing, but when you're letting opportunities in life pass you and you're living a ho-hum life from the sidelines, you're very close to Leo. Their reading yesterday, and I'm going to go back and tell them to watch this reading too. The reading was like there was like no life, there was no pulse, no air, no anything. It was like something had blown through there and your houses touch. Okay, so these can be scenarios that are important to you. So that's why I do the house systems like I do it. You know what I'm saying? If something's going on in your neighbor's yard, the chances are you're going to somehow be in that equation, right? So just check that out if you want, okay? All right, now that's in the past, okay? Now what's coming up for you, you've got the 3 of Cups in reverse. It's not a negative here, okay? I think that what this is one phase. That's why I can't tell. One phase of your life is ending and one phase is coming in. Okay, so don't think you're going to miss something here. Now, okay, this is where I'm going to say you may not be aware. This is why I said there might be some kind of manipulation under there. You might be attracted to the wrong type of person for the wrong reason, or they may be able to really snow you, or you them, one or the other, right? Or both, or just sometimes we don't know why we're attracted to a certain type of person, but once we realize sometimes, right, like this is not gonna end well, right? And then at that point, you either still jump in front of the train, or you realize, I don't think so. I'm going to pass, because that kind of bit my ass last time, right? You do it till you realize I'm not going to jump in front of the train anymore. So don't judge yourself, or don't judge, just realize these things happen. But once once the damage gets bad enough, you start to think, let me think on this for a little bit. Okay, now what's coming up here in the future, you've got the 8 of coins, right? And the Lover's card in the past. But in here, this is kind of like the Hierophant, right? So this can be some kind of organization that you're going to go work for, teaching, learning something new, school, whatever. For some of you, I think you get an installment for something. So you may either becoming a teacher, you may be going into a new job. It can stand for any kind of establishment, right? But in reverse, like I say, with the Hierophant, sometimes there's always more to than what you're seeing, okay? And with this dynamic in the past, and this sitting here in what you're kind of in your blind spot here, you're a smart cookie. Just take a minute before you jump into anything, before you sign anything, right? Again, if you're also, if you've got something that you do or that you want to do, or you're just, I feel, going to have to put the work into something, all right? I think for some of you, like I say, new relationships of any kind are coming in here. They can be anything in a general reading. But I think for some of you, based on how these cards went, if you've been out of the dating scene, if you're thinking about getting back into it, but you're not quite sure, you're advised to open up, be ready to, and willing, and maybe if you're not, look into things under the surface where you may have, some kind of intimacy holdup, where you really don't trust yourself, right? Or you really just don't trust other people because you've been burnt so bad, or for whatever reason. So just establish a new kind of, intimacy with yourself. Or if you have intimacy issues where you just, you don't want to open up, or you have issues around opening up or being vulnerable or those kind of things, rightfully so. Everyone has got a different scenario with that. So you can't even hit in a reading whether that's things like that are private. They're personal and they come from within. So those kind of things are going to be different for everyone, okay? But be receptive is your advice, okay? Be receptive to, not every person is like someone from the past, right? When you go slow, though, when you keep your eyes open and you're not thinking, through life with the blinders on that everybody's a lovely person. No, there's some kind of shitty people out there. There just are. So when you go slow, you get to know someone, and then you realize whether they're worth being in your space or not, right? For some of you, like I said, there is a relationship coming for you, and it's genuine. Okay, so tip your toes in the water slowly. For some of you, there are promotions and there is recognition for the things that you're doing. So again, be open to stepping outside of your comfort zone in work or, in anything else. For some of you, I think a relationship comes along here, but I think that it's very different, and I don't think you know what to do about it. So, if it's just, entertain it, but from a place where, let me just see. You know, I'll be open to this, but let me just see, you know. I think also in the past, uh, again, this goes back to the relationship kind of deal, and I have some, if there's some kind of, if you know, I've just got to put this out here. If you've contracted something in the past, or you've just blown into something in the past, or something like that health-wise, your body's trying to tell you something, be aware of that. Because some of you, I think, if your body is trying to tell you something, pay attention to it. Okay, for some of you, I've just got to be honest, I think you may have caught something in the past, you know, transmitted through someone else. So I've just got to put it out there because I've got it. For others of you, I'm not even going to touch upon that anymore. But I did get that. I did get some kind of, if your body's trying to tell you something, I think that it's some kind of like a skinnier, I don't know. You're going to have to figure that out. But if your body's trying to tell you something, and you were just in foreign territory, kind of take, listen to what your body's trying to tell you. Yeah, I know, but I have to put it out here. For others of you, again, avoid sketchy people. Be on your, and I'm going to put this out here. You're going to love me for this reading. We've got planet things where if you are, and I'm just putting this out here, okay, if you're sleeping with people that you don't know who they are, or you're sleeping around, or that's your preference, and I'm not judging you, whatever, be conscious right now, because we've got planets where you could really catch things that could kill you. So be careful, okay? That's all I'm saying. Be smart, be careful, but at the same time, I'm telling you, step out into the unknown. Just be smart about what you're doing here, okay? And that's what I've got. Now, what's coming up for you here, I think for some of you, phases of your lives are ending, and they need to end. But it means so that you've got to now get back out there into life, whatever that is to you. Even if it's just, just like get outside and start doing things differently, or go buy pumpkins, or go do different things, right? Go experiment with things like that. Just life in general. You need to get some more air into your life, right? I think for some of you, again, there's new beginnings here. I think they're new and exciting. And I think other things, some of you, there's something, and that's why I think I can't tell if it's like the end of like someone pays you something and you're a freelancer or whatever, you leave a job and you get a settlement or whatever it's called. It's a happy ending though. You're happy with that, and it's coming right up. So something closes out. If you're in the middle of divorces, those things are going to close out soon too. For others of you, you're starting new jobs, and I think that the people really welcome you, okay? I think there's someone really welcomes you here. You like where you're at, and this is a new job arena. So again, there's something around scenarios here. If you get into positions where, you're attracted to your boss or please be careful, because you've got a lot of red flags in here, but you've also got a lot of free passes. It's just, I think it's how you do things. You know what I'm saying? I think it might be just that kind of scenario. Okay, now your blind spots. Okay, this is the Devil card in here, and that is the Two of Cups in here. Okay, so again, this is the beginning of something, and this could be running headfirst into that train we were talking about, right? But getting, in your job, and again, don't take disrespect to this, but if you get in your job and you think that your skills aren't worth it, so you've got to lower yourself to do something that someone else wants you to do inappropriately, like sleep with your boss and you don't want to do it, don't do that, because this is what I think it's saying. You've got skill, you've got talent, stand on your own 2 feet. You want recognition, you can get it, but get it your way, on your terms, not like that kind of crazy, all right? Seek substance, not shadow parts of things, right? Like, we're going to steer clear of the train, right? that's what you're kind of being advised here. Okay. Now, long-term things. This is where I'm saying, pay attention to what, your body is trying to tell you. This can be too sometimes where we do things where we really want, we know we should be doing this, or we know we should be jumping back out into this, or we know I'm too stressed about this, or I harp on this, or I obsess about this, or I don't listen to myself here, whatever. Your body will tell you something before your mind does. So listen to it. If you've got aches and pains somewhere, you're probably not feeling confident, or your body's trying to tell you something. For others of you, it's really trying to tell you something. But for what I was really getting around this before I got that sidebar was that headaches, phantom pains, your knees, your joints, are you eating adequately? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you need to change your diet? Do you need to change your day-to-day? Do you need to exercise more or less? Or pay attention to your body. And these are things like, I think you're going to need more energy or more vitality or more vibrance or whatever it is that you're dealing with. There's something in reference to paying attention to what your body is trying to tell you. Okay. For others of you, and I think what is happening here is I think you're really stepping into something new that's going to require you to put more effort into something. So to do that, you're going to need to pay more attention to your body, right? Is it tired? Am I overworking? Am I underworking? You're going to need your vehicle with you in tip-top shape to do what you're going to be doing. Okay, so that's where that, for some of you, come into. For others of you, you're going to get, I don't know how, if you're like a freelance somebody or you start something, I think you get a first installment on something. And that's where I think if this is like a institution you're starting to, you're going, you're teaching or whatever, you get, like, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know about this pay thing. I don't know if I should sign this contract. First of all, if you're signing a contract, make sure you have someone look that over. Okay. Don't sign any agreements right now that you don't have someone look over, okay? But you do get a first installment for something, and that's why I think this is here. I just think you may be out of your territory, and you may need a financial or a lawyer or somebody to look at this for you, okay? But I do think I think that this ball gets rolling here, okay? I want to see if I missed anything. I think I covered it all. Your main takeaway from this, and like I said, all of your cards jumped out. I think you just want to, for some of you, if you're in a relationship that's a little topsy-turvy, if you were thinking about, getting married or whatever, that would be the only thing that would say this might be a little bit postponed, and it might be due to, like, moving or doing this, or it might be in lieu of something else, because I think relationships are starting, jobs are starting, relationships are ending, jobs are ending, those kind of things, right? But just be open to the things that are coming for you. Just be smart about how you're doing things. And, I apologize that some of my readings go so deep like they do, but for some of you, I'm getting the messages so that you get the messages, all right? So don't take offense. Okay. New beginnings, new exciting beginnings. For some of you, if you think that it's just about re-engaging in life, and a lot of things are changing for you, okay? But to trust yourself, be conscious of what you're doing and how you're doing it and who you're doing it with, right? Shine your, shine, but in the right way. By that I mean in a way that's self-honoring to you. Don't sell yourself short because you think, this is the only way I can get my foot in the door here. And I'm going to point this out, and I know I'm going to get blown away for this, but the more I think about just the crazy things that go on that we're all hearing about now, the things people do to each other, just be careful. And I'm not saying don't live your life. I'm just saying be smart. You've got stuff here. Anything you want to do, it sits in this reading. It's just, I think you might sell yourself short and think, you know, there's only way in this door. There's only one way in this door. Because I think in here too, there are people that are in the arts, people that are actresses, actors, somewhere where you think, you know, I have to do something here and it's the only way I can do it. Beep that. No way. You could do this. I'm telling you, it's sitting in here. And that's why I think your messages are coming through so hard, because do things your way. You'll get in here and you'll be long sustaining in what you're doing. So there you go. I'm sure you're glad you waited for this reading, but when I get these messages, guys, I have to put them out there, because if I don't, you don't get what you're supposed to hear, and I get sick instantly. So there you have it. Just let's be grateful for that, okay? Again, no judgment here. We've all been in crappy situations before, but be smart now, right? So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with anything.